Hey, come see us do live shows January 3rd in Los Angeles, Honolulu after that, Baltimore, Maryland, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. RFK Jr.'s opponents are buying ads in key senator states. And who would his opponents be? His opponents would be the big pharma. His opponents would be big agriculture, the people who do processed food. Yeah. That would be his, that's his opponents. And right there, you know what Trump is saying is like, holy shit, you're 70?
Yeah.
You're in good shape. Maybe I stopped taking my lettuce off my McDonald's burgers.
That's why I don't trust RFK, because he looks great. Have you ever seen how they like talk about how he looks great as if that's a point against him?
Yeah. Oh, he must be taking steroids. They say shit like that. Oh, I'm sure that's
okay. By the way, they prescribe steroids legally, and you qualify. If you're wondering if you qualify, you do. That's big pharma. So the people that go, oh, he's on steroids. He's not on illegal steroids. He's on prescribed big pharma TRT.
That's right.
Like what are you talking about to down that? You love big pharma.
I had two people at a party come up to me last night.
I was waiting to hear this.
I swear, I went to a Christmas party, Hollywood Christmas party. First guy came up to me and he goes, hey, Jimmy, you think RFK is going to take away the polio vaccine? He's going to take away all our vaccines and the polio vaccine?
Like a lollipop from a child's hand?
I'm like, what are you doing? Where are you getting your... People are... These are grown people.
Yeah, I told you about mind control, and if you don't think it's real, I can't help you. You're viewing it every day. It's now in the mass rollout phase, and everybody's got this mystery about, well, derangement syndrome. They are broadcasting the hypnotic mind control and repeating the same moron phrases that your friend parroted at you. That's a thing they set up many years ago, and you're looking at it. And that's why everything's so wacky in clown world. It's by design.
If you don't think corporate news is mind control, you should come to the Christmas party with me. I had two people come up to me. Two people come up to me and say, "Oh, is Bobby Kennedy going to take away the polio vaccine?"
Yeah.
And I go, he's not going to take away vaccine. He's not going to make vaccines illegal. He wants to have safety testing done. I go, does it ever cross your mind that the one product in the world you inject into baby that you can't sue if you get injured by, you inject into babies? Does that ever cross your mind? Oh, well, I just don't. I hope he doesn't take it. They just changed this out. I hope he doesn't. So I was talking to this one guy who was actually a PhD.
In what, though?
He's a psychologist, and he was telling me the same thing. He goes, I'm worried about Bobby Kennedy. I'm like, what are you worried about? Oh, he's going to take away our vaccines. I go, did you know when you and I were a kid, we got like maybe 6 shots? Do you know what they get now? I go, 72. And the guy's eyes went like this. He's like, what? I go, yeah, you didn't know that they give 72 shots now as vaccines? And did you know the first one they give is the hepatitis B? And I go, you're a PhD. You know how you catch hepatitis B? You have to get it through drug needles, intravenous drug use, or unprotected sex. Why are they giving that to... He goes, that's the first one they give? I go, he says to me, he goes, yeah, that's crazy. He goes, yeah, that's crazy. He goes, yeah, that's crazy. I go, of course it's fucking crazy. Stop watching Jimmy Kimmel. He tells me his favorite comedian is Jimmy Kimmel. I know that. That's why you don't know anything.
He's a very special PhD, I guess. Here's what's more crazy. RFK never said he's taking away vaccines.
He never said that, but that's what they tell them. He just wants.
If that leads to taking it away, that means it's not a good vaccine.
Right.
Ergo. So it's already insane. First of all, why is he coming to you? That's my first question. What, you can't look up the things I looked up that are not hard to find if you just want to look?
And then I started to explain to him about ivermectin and how they lied about ivermectin. And he's like, what?
Hey, did you get vaccinated and then get COVID like me? Genius PhD? I would ask that. You know how the vaccine we all got COVID after. Did that dawn on you that was a problem?
I did that joke last night at the Hotel Cafe in Hollywood about how everybody I know got the COVID vaccine, then they all got COVID. Is that how vaccines work now? And they're all like, huh? Really?
Okay.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we all got the polio vaccine, then we all got polio? Wouldn't you be asking some questions?
Not if I had a certain carrier wave being beamed into me through blue light in every screen of my house 24 hours a day, ravaging my dopamine like I'm in a casino.
Opponents of RFK Jr.'s nomination to lead Health and Human Services are buying tens of thousands of dollars in ads across the states of key Republican senators as he plans to meet with them this week. Protect Our Care, that's the name of an organization. Protect Our Care, which has launched a Stop RFK War Room, has bought. Isn't it ironic that it's named Protect Our Care? That's an ironic name for something that doesn't care about you at all. That's
what
like
does that mean?
That's like Diddy
Protect
coming out.
secrets?
That's like Diddy coming out with a lube called Protect Your Ass. So Protect Our Care, which has launched a Stop RFK War Room, has bought advertising slots from digital ads to billboards calling on constituents to urge their senators to oppose Kennedy's nomination, leaders of the group told Politico. So whenever you see something like this, you know that it's a good, Bobby Kennedy's a good thing in that position. I wouldn't put him in charge of Israel, but I love him being in charge of Health and Human Services.
By popular vote. So what's the point of going to the constituents who want him to do that? None more than me.
We're going to accelerate our activities, said Brad Woodhouse, executive director of Protect Our Care, a health advocacy group aligned with the Democrats. We think this week's a big deal. What do you do? I would love to interview one of these people.
They bribe. So
you're okay with how you're okay currently with that? We have the worst health outcomes in the world. We have the worst medical system.
Yes.
We have everybody's eating seed oils. We spray all our wheat with glyphosate poison.
That's Luigi Mangione talk. Watch it.
The group is targeting GOP senators it believes could be persuaded to vote against Kennedy's confirmation. Senator Lisa Murkowski.
Vote them all out, all these names.
Mike Crapo. By the way, you know a guy named Mike Crapo's got to be bitter and can't wait to flip off society as a whole.
He probably tries to tell you it's Crapo, but dude, we know what it is.
Let's see who else. So Susan Collins, Bill Cassidy from Louisiana, Tom Tillis from North Carolina, Mike Rounds from South Dakota, John Cornyn from Texas, Shelley Moore Capito, that's from West Virginia, and a newly elected Jim Justice, all also from West Virginia. So that's 2 senators from West Virginia. Good to know that they're on the fence, because if there's one state that doesn't need better health, it's West Virginia. I hear in Charlestown, you get a free pack of cigarettes with each booster.
The Joe Manchin state, ground zero of OxyContin.
Here, have another fistful of Vicodin to treat your vax injury. Get off me, Pa. You're crushing my smokes. The ads connect Kennedy's unsupported claims about the danger of vaccines to the deaths of more than 80 children during a measles outbreak in Samoa in 2019. This is from Politico.
Well, we can easily debunk him, release the data, Howie said, and we'll see who's telling the truth.
Release the data. So, and they argue that the health professionals, scientists, and the conservative Wall Street Journal's editorial board opposes confirmation, making it a safe proposition for Republicans. Really? Don't you love how they obviously slip in those words like unsupported? His unsupported claims? I guess you could use it anywhere, like this unsupported criticism of RFK Jr.
Criticism was brought to you by Pfizer.
Yes. Protect Our Care, along with, I wonder where they get their money. Protect Our Care. Could you look that up? Where do they get their, who funds Protect Our Care?
Do you want to guess? I mean, I bet you don't have to look it up to know who does.
I'm gonna guess it's probably the John D. Rockefeller Foundation, which wants to sell you more petroleum-based drugs.
Probably Pritzker, that scumbag Pritzker,
whose family
made their money taking Japanese families' businesses during the internment camp times.
Protect Our Care, along with several groups focused on public health, are arguing to senators and the public that Kennedy's views on vaccines, medical authorities, and key health policies would be detrimental to the United States population should he lead the HHS. Oh. Really?
We'll be less fat?
To block,
right. Will be bigger?
To block Kennedy, 4 Republican senators would have to oppose his confirmation if every Democrat votes no. What's next? Protect Our Care expects more campaign against the nominee in the future. We will spend more, Woodhouse said. We're just starting this process.
Man,
The whole
look,
job
I
over
got
there is
high
to do
hopes.
bad things, just so you know.
Say that, I'm sorry, I talked over.
No,
What'd you say?
the whole job over there is to do bad things, but smile while you're describing them to make them sound like it's good. Yeah, we're feeling good because we are the factory farmers of propaganda. As long as we're happy, you should be too, because you don't need your own emotions anymore. Just follow mine as we throttle honest discourse.
Yeah, that's why he has a porno name, Woodhouse.
Woodhouse. So, by the way, Protect Our Care is a project of the 501c4 advocacy group and an incubator 1630 fund.
Yeah, that's what I
So
found.
here, I got it. It says the Atlantic has called the 1630 fund, which funds this thing, the indisputable heavyweight of Democratic dark money, which funneled roughly $61 million of effectively untraceable money, making it the second largest super PAC donor in 2020. Democrats have quietly pulled ahead of Republicans in untraceable political spending. One group helped make it happen. Wow. You know who would have no trouble getting confirmed by the Democrats as the chairman of the HHS? Pizza Rat.
Yeah.
So
We're
that's
like
who's funding this
Pizzagate.
group. Their group by dark money. They're funded by dark money. And now Democrats use more untraceable dark money than Republicans. Because
Well,
the
is it
Democrats are the
untraceable?
establishment.
Like, do you think it's like a separate industry that's funding this or a specific industry? It's like, hey, who's funding all this Israel propaganda? I wonder. It's dark.
You know, on one document, I see JimmyInfluenceWatch.org. They say that according to its founding documents, the 1630 Fund was created with seed funding from Americans United for Change, Acorn, USA Action, the Sierra Club, and Working America, along with New Venture Fund. And of course, criticized as dark money.
Hey, come see us do live shows January 3rd in Los Angeles, Honolulu after that, Baltimore, Maryland, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.